Orlando.
Welcome to the OZone.
Welcome to the OZone.
Welcome to the OZone.
Welcome to the OZone.
The voice of Magic fans.
Welcome back to another episode of the OZone podcast, the voice of Magic fans. In the virtual studio today, we have Justin.
Yo.
Al.
What's going on?
Myself, Anthony, and a very special guest joining us, Bo Outlaw.
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
Good. How's it going?
Pretty good. Just hanging out, actually just relaxing right now.
That's good. Obviously, we're at the tail end of a lot of the quarantine and the challenges that came around with. What were you doing during that downtime? Obviously, there's a little more leeway where people are able to kind of go out and kind of get back to at least a little bit of normality. And then how ready are you for Magic basketball to kind of get started in basketball season, get back to it?
Question, what was I doing? I wasn't doing much of nothing. I was at the grocery store a lot. So that was probably like my main focus, was trying to keep food in the house for my boys, They're home more, so that means they eat more. But that was probably my biggest thing, was going to the grocery store like every other day. But other than that, in the house, probably playing some video games or relaxing or cutting the grass on the weekends. So it wasn't much of that, just something at the house.
Kind of feels the times that I've gone through the grocery stores, it was crazy packed. And early on in the beginning, everyone was buying it. There was such a rush for toilet paper and paper towels, and you kind of had to get creative for bathroom utensils. It was insane.
Yes, I was a little surprised at the toilet tissue and paper towels missing. I didn't understand it, but yeah, I can see the cleaning product is gone, but the toilet paper and tissues, paper towels was a little confusing. So I was a little bothered by it. Like, I'm confused. Like, y'all just started washing your hands? Like, I don't know what's been going on here.
Now, Bo, you mentioned you were playing video games. What games were you playing?
I'm a shooter type guy, so I play Apex and Call of Duty. I play Warzone a lot.
So are you good? Are you good at Warzone? Because I tried it a couple times and I was dead in like 30 seconds every time.
Nah, I'm a little better than that. I got a couple of wins under my belt. I blame it on your teammates. You gotta have good teammates, man. You can't be solo in war zones, because you're not gonna win 3-on-1. So you gotta kind of stick together, have a game plan, and communicate. That's the key. So yeah, you just got bad teammates. I'm blaming it on them, not you.
So there's news coming out that the NBA is going to return, looking like the end of July. How excited are you for that? How excited are you for what the Magic could do during that time?
I'm happy for basketball to come back. Like I said, I got 3 boys, and I think when the NBA decided that they're going to come back, like I said, the normality is kind of starting to bring everyone else out too. Let's do soccer, let's do baseball. So my boys was pent up in the house, so I need this energy. So let's go out. So with that being said, AAU starting back up a little bit. So it's opening doors for everybody, but the NBA I'm happy for, because I saw a lot of games that was repeated, the classic games, and I'm like, man, I need a game that I don't know the outcome before the game starts.
Right.
So I was cool with it, but I'm like, yeah, I only can watch. So I know who's gonna win this game. So it was kind of like, I'm good. So I just stopped watching. Like, I'm a basketball junkie, so I was like, yeah, classic games are cool, but I know who wins in this game. So the NBA coming back will be great. It's going to be good for the players, but the fans, for them not actually being at the game, it's going to be difficult, but it's going to be, at least give them a start, something to watch, something to be like, look forward to. Like, man, the game coming on, and it's, like you say, trying to get everything back to normal. This is going to be the new normal. We got to kind of figure out how to make this work.
Yeah, I'm curious to find out how it's all going to be, just because, especially for the AAU circuit, playing in basketball at the Disney Wide World of Sports was a big part of that. It's where they held a lot of the big major games. So I'm curious to see how that dynamic is, because for the most part, a lot of the pro players, they've, during their amateur years, that's where they played a lot of their basketball too.
Yeah, but since then, they got a lot of different locations in Orlando. They got one, since y'all in this area, the big house way out in Tavares. They got like 8 courts, 8 or 9 courts, so they're gonna have that. And I think when you go in there, they got virtual check-in, so no hand to hand. You gotta have your mask on as a parent. Coaches got theirs on the bench. They do temperature checks for the kids walking in. So they're trying to do the best they can to be normal. And if, like you said, if there's going to be this new norm, we got to get used to getting to the venue early, getting your temperature checked, having a mask on. And that's the way we're going to have to operate if we want sports back in our lives, because we saw what happened if one guy gets sick.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to prevent that, we got to take all these measures so everyone can, I guess, like you say, be kind of normal. And if it's frustrating to you, then stay home and watch it on TV or go out there and do it, wear your mask, get your temperature checked, wait in that line 6 feet apart. And it is what it is. So I'm not mad. It's just we got to try to figure out how to make this work. And this is the best opportunity. We're going to have them all under one roof. And I just hope it works. I'm all for it, but I just hope it works and we can make everyone happy and get this thing balanced out.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a new world for all of us in every aspect. And of course, basketball will be one of those things that will be impacted by it. Bo, so let's go to a segment here that we call Let's Get to Know Bo. So let's get to kind of know you a little better. So talk to us a little bit about your NBA draft experience. I know you went undrafted, but then some way, somehow you... Well, how that went, yes. And then you went undrafted, but you did make a 14-year NBA career, and a very good one at that. So talk to us a little bit about that experience and some of those memories that come to mind when we talk about this topic.
Ooh, so I guess we can skip the draft part since it didn't happen. I mean, didn't get drafted. First year was, I guess, say the roughest year. Because between getting out of college and the end of the NBA season, I played in three leagues. I was overseas for 5 months in the CBA, which is the G League, for 3 months, and then the NBA for the rest of the year. So I was a pro, just not in the NBA until February. So that journey was great. It was hard. It was different, but just like anything in life, it takes a little work and a little effort, and some things always go wrong, and you'll know if you really want it if you keep working for it. Because if it goes wrong, you quit. That's not what you really want to do. Because it doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen easy. How many people get to places where they are and say, "Oh, it was easy"? It doesn't happen that way. But when you do it the way I did it for 14 years, I think you really appreciate it. Because the journey you took and the people you met and the obstacles you had to overcome. And it's just, I think it made me who I am today because my mom did a great job. And with adversity, she handled it. She tried to keep it on my face, but it was there. It is what it is. It also prepared me for when I hit my adversity, what do I do? And not getting drafted was one of the first. I didn't break down and quit. I just told my mom we'd take another route. And my plan wasn't my plan when I didn't get drafted. My plan was to play either in the NBA overseas or the CBA for the year and come back and try for the next summer. But that didn't happen that way. It happened, I played in all 3 leagues in 1 year. So it was great. And the memories I got and collected, I wouldn't want to, if they asked me, could I go back and change it and get drafted? I'll say no. Because I think the guys who got drafted don't have the memories I have and met the people and did things I've done in that 1 year that they done playing in the league the whole time.
And then from that point, you made it into the NBA, spent a little time with the Clippers, and then you found yourself in Orlando. When you got to Orlando, it was the post-Shaq era. What exactly did you know about Orlando before you got there? And then what was that dynamic like Because from the Clippers, you were kind of working your way because you came off the bench primarily from the Clippers, but then you kind of found a home where you had a really big role in Orlando.
I knew about Orlando. Who didn't? They were a new team then. Penny and Shaq. Come on, man. Who didn't know Orlando Magic? They were in the finals right before that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they were a big team. Uh, like you say, in LA, I was playing for 4 years. Played the 5 and the 4 primarily. In the end of my Clipper career, I played the 3. I think my last year there, I played a little bit of 3. So as I got to Orlando, and I got here, Horace Grant and Ronnie Cycli was 4 and 5. So I guess it didn't really dawn on me that I was going to be playing a 3 because I came off the bench. So those guys were starting. I wasn't worried about starting. I was just coming in to try to help. Me and Darrell got here. It was Chuck Daly. Darrell was already here, and I got here, and we started practicing. And I guess Chuck just loved the connection me and Darrell had. Whenever we was going to game, he would just tell us like, "Go do what you do, guys." He didn't give us no direction. He just told us to go cause havoc, and that was easy. We can go out there play basketball. And of course, Darrell ran the plays and called this. That's when Chuck Daly gave me the freedom to bring the ball up in practice. He said, "Bo, if you get the ball pushed up and make the right decision," and it started allowing me to be, slash point forward. And I looked at it. You got the worst shooter with the ball. You got shooters, so I was gonna be open. Like, hey, at least you got to guard me now, because you didn't want me standing behind 3-point line. So I was like, hey, I'm cool with that. But it was a great opportunity. Like I say, Chuck Daly, he helped me a lot in that because he respected the effort and he rewarded it. So you played hard, you played, and that playing hard was what I knew, and that's all I knew. So it was easy for me to get on the court, and it was all history from there because I was playing the 5 and the 4 behind Horace cyclically. I remember what happened. Nick Anderson ended up getting hurt. He broke his hand. So they put me in the lineup at the 3. And I remember we had a conversation, I think, with the media. It's like, well, Nick is about to return. And I said, I'm cool with that. He can have his starting position back. I have no problem with it. If you notice, when Nick came back, he went to the 2. And that's when our lineup went to huge. That Penny Hardaway, Nick Anderson, myself, Horace Grant, Ronnie Cycli, or Horace Grant, then Cycli was going Danny Shades. So you got 6'10", 6'10", 6'8", 6'6", and then 6'7" at the point. So it was a opportunity that I was cool with coming off the bench. But rather than putting me on bench, Chuck Daly moved Nick to the 2, and that was the history. I'm like, okay, I wasn't trying to step on nobody's feet. I'm just trying to get wins, and I do whatever it takes to get a win. If it required me coming off the bench, so be it. So it wasn't about me; it's about my team, and I was willing to do whatever to get that win. But I had great coaches. It was never me. It was always my coaches and teammates.
I think that's pretty cool. A pretty good point that you made, because I feel like a lot of times there's ego involved, right? So a lot of guys don't want to necessarily come off the bench because they feel like, they play better than what you think a bench player would play like. But kind of humbling yourself and saying the team winning is more important than my individual success is something that I think keeps you relevant as a player, and something that other players look up to, and fans too. I think we all like a guy who's willing to come in and do what he has to do to get the team to win. But you did mention Darrell. So talking about the heart and hustle era of the Orlando Magic and you and Darrell Armstrong being a part of that, could you talk about any similarities that you guys had as far as mindset is concerned in the locker room and on the court?
Mindset, we had the same mindset, man. Difference was he could shoot it and was smaller. I was more athletic and taller. That was the difference. We both had the mentality. We'll do whatever it takes. If it required him taking a charge on a big, he would do that. If it required me guarding a point guard, I would do that. We were for the team, and he was the guy that was going to give you all the heart. He was the smallest guy, but you couldn't tell when you played the games with him. Me, I'm going to slide and go under the table, over the table, through the table, get up and try to do it again. And we played so well with one another. and we were in the locker room. We had the same mindset. It was like we knew when I played with him. It's like I've been playing with him for years. I don't get how. I guess because we played the same and we wanted the same thing. But he's God to this day, man. I can't explain how he helped me so much, man. Because I could depend on him if I got beat that he was gonna be there. And if even he fouled a guy, like, man, that was coming. He said, I know, Bo, but you got beat. I said, all right, man, I won't do it next time. So we had a little trick and trace of we chasing the guy down. He knew what to do, run in front of him. I'm gonna block the shot, and it's gonna come off the backboard. He gonna get it. And we're gonna go back the other way. So we had little tricks, and if I got the rebound under the rim, he was gonna run to the corner because he knew I wasn't gonna shoot it. It was gonna be him or Pat Garrity. They were gonna race to one of those corners. Nick Anderson, he would get that too. So I said, Bo gonna throw the ball back out. So I was more the better my team do, the better I do. Because if I get a triple double, I couldn't do it by myself. Those are guys got to make shots. So I need the assist, or I need them guys to make shots. So I throw in the ball every time. The more they miss, the better my chance to get the rebound. So that's how I got the rebounds. But they didn't miss too many. So it wasn't bad.
So would you say you guys held each other accountable, and that brought out the best, in each of you?
We didn't hold just ourselves accountable. We held everybody accountable because we were more about leading by example. We weren't going to go talk about playing hard without us playing hard. So if you ever looked at those films, you see Darrell was always saying, letting somebody hear it. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I was a guy that's like, I'm going to talk and let you know what people at. He's going to direct and say, let's go, guys. Let's get it. So we were always holding from top to bottom. I don't care if you were starter or you were the 12th man on the bench. You held accountable when you're on that court and in that game.
Bo, speaking of triple doubles, so I was doing a little research and I found that your very first triple double, because I really need to find out whether or not this was true or not.
I know what's coming.
So your very first triple double, which was against the Nets, you had 25, 13, and 10. You guys got the win, and then you were asked immediately after about your first triple double, and your response was, "What's a triple double? What's that kind of burger?" One, is that true? And two, please tell me you're just trolling the reporter. and if you weren't trolling, somebody has to name a burger after you, because that is amazing marketing.
Yes, that's true. And y'all call it trolling now. I call it joking. But yes, man, come on, man. I had triple doubles in college, so I know exactly what a triple double was. But the comment was made because I'm not a credit guy. I'm an appreciation guy. I appreciate it. But you come like, man, great job, Bo. And hey man, don't talk. Go talk to my teammates. I'm not the guy that likes to be in front of the camera on the microphone doing the interviews and saying I'm the man. Nah, I'm not the man. I couldn't be, like I told you, I don't get a triple double if they don't make shots. I can get one, but it's kind of hard. I gotta get rebounds. I got to get block shots. I got to get steals. Them block shots and steals, 10 are kind of hard. The assists a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? Block shots and the 10 block shots or 10 steals, that's hard. Yeah, 10 assists, yeah, I can get that a little bit easier. So, hey, I'm going to get a ball up. They make shots. They're going to make my job easier. The 27 points, yeah, that's hard too for me. I could have, I don't know what was happening that day. But nah, man, I was trolling, man. If that's what y'all call it today, I'm trolling. Come on, man. That wasn't my first triple double. I had a couple in college. I actually had a quadruple double in junior college.
That's we call that a double stack.
Yeah, I had a double stack. I had the double stack. I actually had the 10 blocks in the game.
So with this talk, could we expect Bo's Burgers coming out somewhere in Orlando soon?
Hey, we're going to get this around the city. Y'all got that. Y'all hear this, right? Hey, y'all going to bring a Bo's Burger or something out there, a couple of something out there, I can't give all my secrets out, but nah, I just, some dessert.
So you do go to different teams after the hard hustle era. You come back to Orlando your last years in the NBA. Now, it just so happens that is a new era in Orlando Magic basketball. That is when Dwight arrives and he starts to become the Superman character that we now, remember from those historic runs. Talk to us about that experience with Dwight, getting to know young Dwight, becoming a man in the NBA, and what was that like?
Jeez. I've been around a couple of guys that I caught them early in their career and they grew. That guy was special, and it's kind of every so often you run across a guy like that. It was Dwight. Then you gonna have this. You have a Dwight that happens don't happen often. You have LeBron that does happen. Kobe doesn't happen. Amari Stoudemire. It happens every couple of years that you have a guy that's like, oh my gosh, freak of nature. Right now, Zion Williams. It just happens. There's guys that can play, but then every 3 to 4 years, there's a guy that like that this doesn't happen often. This doesn't happen often. He was that guy in that era because a guy that big, that athletic, and moving around, yeah, man, that wasn't normal. And those days in practice were not good. Yeah, been on the other side of that, a couple of the elbows and a couple of shot block attempts. Yeah, it didn't always work well for me. So yeah, those days were not always good.
So then, Bo, you ended up ending your career with the Magic, and then somehow transitioned into the community ambassador, and you do a little also of the Magic broadcasting. What are some of the things that you really enjoy the most about that position as the community ambassador, and then the Magic broadcasting? Because you do it kind of often, but it kind of goes in spurts. What is that experience like for you, and which one do you prefer doing the most?
I actually like doing them both. Why? Because I live in this city of Orlando, Florida. I call this home. For me to have the ability to reach out and make a difference in someone's life in this city and help change them, that's what it's about. It's not about me. It's never been about me. It's been about the people around me, the people that support me. So the things I do, if I can make my city better by going out and doing something in the community, I'm all for it. Because we're in positions and opportunities. I work with a company that can help the city, and I want to represent the city and the company well. Doing the TV, I love that also because you get to sit back and talk about something that you know a little bit about. I know a little bit about basketball, so for me to talk about it, it's okay. I don't know too much. I just like smidge it. I know like maybe I got a little history about basketball. So sitting there analyzing games, letting the fans learn some stuff from me through the TV is what it's about. Because once again, I'm giving back, giving knowledge to the fans about the basketball game. So when I do it, I try to make sure when I say something, I explain it so they can understand it. But I think I really do like this community stuff because it makes a difference, man. And if you can help somebody out, that's a great feeling, man. If you help somebody and don't feel good, I don't know what to tell you.
That is awesome. And I mean, I know that I've seen you and Nick out there doing community work. And again, I know the community needs it. The community appreciates it for sure. So again, thank you for us that live in Orlando for all the work that you guys do out there in the community. Truly is appreciated.
Thank you. I appreciate the support. And that's all I ask. Just appreciate. Thank you is all. I appreciate it, man. But it's like I said, it's not about me. You can make a difference in some kids' lives or somebody's life, man. That's what it's about, man.
So, kind of spinning it forward a little bit, definitely we wanted to talk about the current state of the Magic. So I wanted to know, out of the Magic young core, the guys that are on there now, you would think like J.I., Markelle, Bamba. Who are you most excited about?
I'm really happy for Markelle. When you're looking at somebody from the outside looking in, as when he was in Philly, we just saw Markelle, the person, as a basketball player. We didn't know the person. As he got here, and I've been working with him, being around him, great kid. I mean, like really good kid. He wants to do the right thing, and he wants to get better. And for him being here, that the support he gets from this city, that's what he needed to become the basketball player he's capable of becoming. Because Philly's a tough city to play in. I don't know if y'all, they are either with you or they're against you. So the support that the city here gives, or I give credit to you guys about talking him up and the people supporting him. This is great. Jonathan Isaac, I see his potential. Mo Bamba, I'm working on it. I'm working on him. In my mind, this is, he's growing, and And I guess it's good because you don't want him to grow too fast. So then you top out real quick. So it's a process, and he's doing it the right way. I say from 1 year to the next, if you're getting better rather than staying at the same level, is what you want. You don't want a jump, a huge jump, because then you might top out in 2 years. Then what? If you gradually get better, and then guys come with you, then the team becomes a whole lot better. So those three guys you name are really good guys, and they all work, and they're all pretty good people. Like they're really good guys. So I mean, I worked with Jonathan and Markelle on a number of occasions. Mo Bamba from we just talking. He's a funny guy. So I mean, those other two guys I'm really proud of because of the work and the time they put in. And when it comes out on the court, that's what it's about. You put in the effort to get better, and you see it. That's a pretty good feeling to see the work. You know, the time they put in to get better and it's working. Then the fans see it too, and I appreciate it.
So that point that you made about Mo kind of jumping, kind of rising in performance, but at a level pace instead of just like huge jump and kind of flattening out. What do you see about Mo Bamba? Because you see Mo Bamba in situations that we don't. That makes you think that he will make that step.
It's just maturity in the years, man. Think about it. Some guys mature faster than others. Some guys get information, process it differently. You can't put everybody in the same level. Yes, he's a pro. Yes, you expect this, yes, you expect that. But then when you sit back and just watch him, you're like, okay, he looked like he's getting it, and he has his spurts, his moments. And that's what you know. If he has his moments, then you know it's in him. If you're working and working, you have no moments, you don't know if it's even there. But he has his moments that, oh, yeah, that's it. Just keep going. It's a process of you learning to keep that thought process of going there on a regular basis. Remember, we were here. Now he's getting it. Of course, he's going to come back because that's what we do in life. You tell us something, we get it. Then like, dang, I messed up. It's natural. So what do? Just keep repeating the process. Keep repeating it over and over and over until it becomes second nature. So we're just going to have to coach. Just keep coaching the players, keep playing, and he keep growing. That's all we have.
Yeah, and Bo, you've played with the top point guards that have come through the Orlando Magic. You played with Darrell Armstrong. You played with Penny, Jameer. Do you see Markelle kind of fitting in that spectrum of those three guys eventually? I mean, obviously we've only seen a little bit with him this season, but do you see his growth kind of etching into those players?
Most definitely. When he came in, he was not as confident in his jump shot. If you look at this game, now his mid-range jumper is really good. Yeah, three-point ball is going to get there, but his mid-range to rim, one of the best in the league. He is size to finish. He's getting to the spot and pulling up mid-range, and he's getting real comfortable. As he continues to grow, his game will grow. But he's doing it the right way from the inside out rather than just let me stay out there and jack up threes. No, let me get to the bucket and do what I do well, finish big explosive. Now you stop me, let me go on the pick, let me shoot this 15-footer, let me make this on a regular basis. So therefore, when he makes that, he can get to the bucket he wants. Then every once in a while, I'm behind the three-point line wide open. Don't be scared to shoot it. You might miss one, but then you might make the next one. I'm 50%. I'm cool with that. His growth is at the right level. Like I said, he's not going from here to there. It's a process. His game is getting better through the course of the year. His confidence is going up. You don't want his confidence up and it drop down. So you just want to keep it here. Yeah, you might have a little problem, then it's going back up. It's life. So the way he's growing, at the pace he's growing, I'm cool. Yeah, with this hiatus right here, would it hurt a little bit of everybody? Yeah. The guys who are growing, it's going to happen a little step back because you don't know what you've been working, how you've been doing it, who you've been doing it with. So, yeah, but your mind is still there. You're still mentally strong because you see and you getting that confidence. Oh, yeah, I'll make this shot. Oh, yeah. So you still going to walk in with that same confidence. Just now, just getting the reps again, just getting the reps.
So I think two things about Markelle that are impressive to me. One of which is what you mentioned, that the mid-range to him finishing in the basket is up there already for a guy that, didn't play for 10, 11 months. and then came in and so quickly got the starting role. So there's that confidence that you see in him in that mid-range game and finishing at the rim that kind of has helped people not focus so much on the lack of a three-point shot. But another thing about Markelle that's super impressive is his speed, and I feel like not a lot of people talk about it. I think he's one of the fastest guys in the league, and I think that only gets better.
You know why they don't talk about his speed? Because you talk about speed when it looks like speed. He kind of glides when he runs. Like if you look at him, it's with no effort. So he's covering ground. Like, is he even running hard? He just looks so smooth. So therefore, it doesn't look like who's let me see. I need a guy who's running fast. Like
John
if
Wall.
JJ Redick was running fast, John Wall, you see them run fast. It looks like they run fast. He just glides and he's just so smooth with like he doesn't ever look like he's running hard, but he's getting down the court at a you're like, oh my gosh. So it's perfect words, it's deceiving. You have no fast how you have no clue how
Right.
fast he is until you get down there on the court and see him run by you like, did he? Yes. So it's very deceiving. And I think that's a plus for him because they're like, oh, he's not that fast. Okay. So that's a great point that you brought up because I always talk about it like he gets down the court with no effort.
And Bo, what do you think of the team? So NBA is coming back in July, right? We know the playoffs are around the corner as well. How do you feel about the team heading into the playoffs as currently constructed? Do you expect them to give up a fight in the first round, whether it's Milwaukee, whether it's Toronto that we face? How do you think that's going to go for the team?
This is going to be a good year because everyone's going to be on high energy. So it's going to be some battles because guys have been itching to play. So this is what they want. So everyone's rested, everyone's fresh. So now you get these couple of games before the playoffs, and you're going to have a lot of high energy games. Do I like our chances? Yes. Why? Because we have a defensive minded coach. He stresses defense. We can get stops at the right times and make them do stuff they're uncomfortable with. We got a chance. When you play defense, you always have a chance to win the game. So yeah, offense, yeah, you're gonna miss some shots. But defense, if you don't miss assignments, you got a chance of winning every game. And I'm a fan of our coach Clifford and our team because our guys, they are receptive to that. They bought in. They're not. It's not like pulling teeth. It's like, yeah, when we were playing, you would hear it in their speeches. You know, we need to be better with this half in our defense. We got to lock down. We got our rotations. They get it, so they know why they're winning games. So if we continue to do that, we got a chance. Like I say, we got NBA players. They make shots, but you're gonna win the game when you make stops.
Do you think there will be any changes for any individual player in regards to the environment? So from playing in an arena where you have 20,000 people there cheering for you to now playing in a court like the wide world of sports, do you think there'll be any changes in maybe in terms of intensity or gameplay, anything at all?
You know they practice, right?
Of course.
There's nobody in the gym and they practice.
Right.
So they're used to that, but they play for the fans. But remember, you're professional and you're competitive. So what does that mean? The guy on the other team, not on your team, you're trying to win. It's a competition. So whoever they play, they were like, oh, I ain't gonna play this because ain't nobody here. Nah, the guy in front of you trying to give you a bucket, so your juices right now. I don't play basketball. If I was on the court and we saw playing and you scored too many points for me, I'm gonna get mad at that. I'm like, all right, let me go sit down and lock down and play. It's just that's how we're built. You only can hit me in the mouth so many times before I react. Like, all right, now that's the last time you hit me like that. So they're gonna compete. And if they don't, guess what? We got a coach that'll get it out you. Come on, guys. This is not who we are. Time out. Let's discuss this. Because, like I said, I'm a fan, man. These guys, they're hungry. And you saw when the announcement came out, all of them made a comment about let's go. They ready. They've been at home waiting for this day.
I know, and I know as fans, we cannot wait for that moment to happen. So we can't wait for July 30th and get the ball rolling once again. And Bo, to wrap up the podcast today, we play a little game here called In the OZone with Bo Outlaw. So we're looking for just some quick, rapid responses. Doesn't have to be, but we like to. So I'm
Okay,
ahead.
okay.
I'm gonna get it started. So, what's your favorite role as a whole? Being a basketball player or your role as an ambassador with the Orlando Magic?
Oh, that's a great question. Oh, I'll say ambassador. You want me to elaborate on that, or just give me which? Uh, like I said, man, it's the people making a difference for this community, man. Like I live here, man. So the better we can make this community, the better it is for my kids, your kids, future generations. And you want somebody to remember you, like, man, I remember him. He used to do this for this. In any community I go to, if they talk about something I did, that's what it's about, man.
All right, Bo. Game 7, NBA Finals. You can only have one point guard with you. Penny, Darrell Armstrong, or Jameer.
I'm going Penny. Wait, a healthy Penny?
Everyone's healthy.
Okay, I'm going Penny all the way. I'm going Penny all the way.
So pinstripes, the stars from the Heart and Hustle era, or the City edition jerseys that are on right now?
I'm a classic guy, man. I'm a classic guy. I like the pinstripes. I like the pinstripes. Yeah, ooh, them pinstripes are nice. Them stars were good, but the city was nice. But something about those stripes, man. Everyone know those stripes.
They got to bring them back.
Yeah, they need those back. Those are nice.
They do. How about this one? 1999 Orlando Magic versus 2007 Orlando Magic. Who wins?
I wasn't on that team. Was I on that team in '99? Which team was I
No.
on? Both of them.
Yeah.
So
that's
I
the
said
hard.
99 because I'm saying 99 because I was on Heart and Hustle team. I'm going with us. We win it all day. We played too hard for them.
Technically, either way, you still win.
Right.
Exactly.
True.
I had a little bit more to do with the 99 than 2007. I was there, but 99. Listen, we gonna win that game. We play way too hard. Yeah, we winning it. We won a lot of games on effort. Trust me, we shouldn't have won 41 games. Think about it.
Favorite Magic teammate of all time?
That's Darrell Armstrong by far. That's an easy question right there. I had some good teammates, but that's my running mate. Him and Ben Wallace. Yeah, but Darrell Armstrong, that's my guy.
And Bo, I'm just going to add an extra one real quick. What made you decide to go with the glasses instead of the goggles, especially in an era where a lot of the players kind of went the goggle route?
You mean the Kurt Rambis goggles?
Yeah.
No.
Horace Grant, like, yeah, because you were really the first one to pop out with the glasses, and that was kind of more of a retro, more newer look. But that was a time frame where everyone wore the goggles, and you didn't rock with the goggles. You went with the glasses.
I think truly because mine were more protective than prescription. So I think the goggles were prescription. And the glass, you know what I'm saying, the goggles, and then I guess the glasses were more protective. You know what I'm saying? It's more like a mouthpiece for my eyes because I didn't wear glasses. So I got poked early in my career when I was in California, which is where Oakley is. And that's how I ended up with Oakley. I got poked in both of my eyes in 3 days. So I had blood. I was like, oh my God. So the trainer's like, we got to take care of this. I'm like, yeah, but please do. So I ended up with some Oakleys, and the first pair of Oakley was not the best. They were metal frames. Oh, they were good, but they were just metal frames. So metal frames and elbow on them frames. Yeah, I had plenty of busted stitches right here, so it wasn't good. But they did a great job. So thank you, Oakley, for keeping my eyes safe.
And then for memory's sake, kind of just wrapping up here, what is Bo Outlaw's favorite Orlando Magic memory?
Ooh, that's tough. I guess my attempted buzzer beater. It went in, but it was still like a second left on the clock, and the play wasn't even for me. Mark Price shot a shot and it got tipped. We were playing Atlanta Hawks, and I was splashing to the middle, fell short in my hands, and I shoot a quick jump hook over Matumbo. It goes in with 1 second left, and will put us up and we end up winning that game. So that was good, and the Darrell Armstrong still was pretty impressive too, though. But I'm gonna take mine over Darrell. Sorry, BA. She's my guy.
Man, it seemed like you had a lot of options for sure. I mean, it's about almost 20 plus years. And if you were to add your time with the Magic as an ambassador, and what I like about you the most, Bo, is that all the times I've always gone to the game is that you are extremely active with the fan base. And anytime you see anyone walk by you, you're talking to everyone. The times that I've gone with my wife, you always say hi to myself and to her, and she would look at me every single time and was like, how many times have I met him? I'm like, you've met Bo like 9 times already. So your presence that is greatly appreciated, and thank you so much for joining us. It was a blast, and you're awesome, man. I really hope you stick around for a very long time.
No, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, man, you guys, without you guys, there's no me. Think about it, man. Like you said, we can play in empty stadiums with no fans. Who knows who we are? So I appreciate you guys just as much as you appreciate me. And every time you see me, anytime you see me speak to me, I ain't got no problem with it. I'd rather you talk to me than talk about me.
Absolutely, that's a good point. Again, thank you so much, and that's Quarantine with Bo Outlaw.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for listening to the OZone podcast, the voice of Magic fans.
Be sure to visit our website, theozonepod.com, and remember to subscribe, rate, and leave a review on all your favorite podcast listening platforms.